Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 91st episode of Wednesdays for Waste Warriors. I'm Anuja Bali, and our guest is Tikaram Poudel Santosh from Nepal. He's fondly known as the Garbage Man of Nepal. He's been working as a climate change fellow and is a waste entrepreneur, and I will request him to introduce about all the amazing things that he does. Very, very enterprising, very enthusiastic. If you ever attend a session with him, you will get that, the burst of energy. So, welcome, Santosh, to Wednesdays of Waste Warriors. I will
Thank you, Anand.
request
Thank
you,
you so much.
I will request you to share your introduction. How did you start this, or how did you get into this waste management? How What was that reason that inspired you or it pushed you into this?
Okay, thank you, Anuja. So great to join tonight. West Warrior, another episode along with all of you, and so great to see you. Feel nice to get everyone through this amazing episode of waste management, where many people talk about their experience, share their story, and many more. And it's definitely inspire and update all the waste community, waste management community. And yeah, definitely it seems our ideas, our solution that we are doing in our community, and that definitely help other fellows, other part of the people to learn about. So yeah, once again, so great to be here tonight. And let me introduce myself. So I'm Tikaram Poudel, also known as Santosh Poudel, and I love to say myself a garbage man. Yeah, it's been more than 14 years that I'm working in the waste management sector, especially, and mostly in entrepreneurial part, or like how we can build up a entrepreneurial ecosystem to solve the local community waste management people. And we have done a lot of things. To share you, in case of Nepal, you know that the Nepal and India is one of the neighborhood country. Then we don't have like such kind of very I would say uh, different national kind of uh, ecosystem, would say, like we have such kind of assumption for each other, and we don't need a visa to go to India, come to Nepal. So
Yes,
like, I
solidarity.
mean, yeah, there are many community across the India, across the Nepal. They are facing the challenges, and there are many other communities, those who are really tackling waste management through entrepreneurship, utilizing different technology to implement project at their community. So yeah, so that is the main purpose about the waste management, about the waste entrepreneurship. And the like a waste warrior are amazing common platform for everyone to let up everyone know about each other, what each other doing, and what would be a like a best solution for them to implement at their local level. So uh, again, like after this introduction, like I lead three different waste enterprises, and which is one of the municipal waste management company that I've been able to found in 13 years back. And another is healthcare waste management company. I founded that in back to 2014. And recently I founded another new company at Nuakot, and they are also working on healthcare waste management. So like I lead three different waste enterprises along with a few of my friends back to the board of director to drive different waste management solution at the local community of Nepal. So I live in Pokhara. I'm based on Pokhara. Pokhara is one of the second capital city of our country, and one of the very famous tourism hub. If you talk about the Pokhara, and Pokhara is one of the very beautiful places where you reach out the mountain and like high altitude within very short distance, would say, in within the very shortest point of time. And this is very famous for tourist and natural biodiversity and everything, and one of the like very low land to top land, also located in in our city, like Pokhara, and it's situated on Gandaki province, and it's very close to the Annapurna Base Camp, and many beautiful mountain ranges are in the north part of Pokhara city. And where I started my entrepreneurial journey 14 years back. Again, back to the question that Anuja raised initially, like how I've been back to waste entrepreneurship, why I choose entrepreneurship into waste management. Related to waste management is one of the most important thing. In case of India and Nepal, like it's quite tough for us to work on waste management. When we talk about when I remember those days, I when I started a waste management company and representing those company back to different social platform, official platform, and working on ecosystem. Waste is one of the deprived sector, would say, like non-prioritized sector, would say. And that was quite tough to work on waste management. And if you talk about my context, and I'm the one who initiated this entrepreneurial model back to our city to regularly collect, provide a effective service for local community, especially in our community. So like in case of Pokhara city, like I'm from Lakeside, which is one of the best tourism part, and like most of the hotels, beautiful restaurant are located in the lakeside, which is bank of the Fewa Lake. So like we produce normally a huge amount of waste, then we are really not satisfied with the transportation mechanism that our municipality have at that time. And so that's the situation. The our ward itself produce a lot of waste, then the municipality, they are not been able to fulfill our need to send a vehicle to transport our waste and collect our waste from our community. So and we came up with the idea, like, yeah, okay, let's solve these challenges, and make some model, partnership model to drive this. So that's why we formulated public private partnership model at the time at Pokhara municipality to for the effective collection and management of municipal waste. And yeah, it's quite challenges as well to initiate, but yeah, definitely when you start for the first time anything, and that really solve the problem that your people facing, and yeah, we should be awesome, we should be more great. So yeah, that kind of inspiration, that kind of recognition that we received from our early career in waste management. And like today, if we compare the model that we formulated 14 years back, 15 years back, and yeah, like currently Pokhara municipality, let's say Pokhara metropolitan city, they just scale up the idea that we formulated 15 years back, along with different other companies to collect the municipal solid waste from the household. So yeah, we were the one, like we started cleanup camp. We are the one, like, brought community people back to prevent waste leakage. We are the one, like, start to talk about the public debate. We are the one, like, we initiated waste management training at community level, at different um, uh, professional level, different employment at different their working station. And we were the one, like, who started manually segregation of municipal waste. And we are the one, like, who like initially talk about the 3R, like reuse, recycle, reduce, this kind of, like, yeah, I mean, it's a quite we are the one, like, who initiated this kind of term, this kind of awareness level back to the community. And like later on, like after the regular let's say a tremendous hard work through the municipal waste collection and segregation and disposal, we've been able to find out another crucial challenge that the entire municipal waste have inside, and which is infectious waste, would say healthier waste,
Yeah.
or the waste that really harm people, that mix with the municipal waste, like the small amount of, let's say, 5 10 tons 5 tons of healthcare waste across the country, mixing with 100 tons of municipal waste every day. I would say like around 200 tons of general municipal waste mixed with approximately 5 tons of healthcare waste every day, and that making entire 205 tons waste infectious. And we don't have a effective environmental rules and regulations, and the government not been able to prioritize waste management, and they've been able to enforce their environmental rules and regulation. And basically the waste management company like us, they are who are promoting segregation, manual segregation, reduction, and promoting recycling. That's been one of the big threat to us. And and I got an idea to solve the problem of this healthcare waste. And there are several solutions across the country, around the world, been happen. And like one of the most learnable concept that the Nepal need to know about is a central treatment facility, which is in case of India, city of is not so a new concept, but yeah, in case of our community, to reach out the concept of central treatment facility, and to convince the local government to implement it, and organize the investment in the resources, achieve like all technical expertise, and start like, yeah, it's quite another difficult thing to initiate a new chapter within the waste management. But yeah, finally the thing been came true, or the dreams been came true in 2016 December. And yeah, like the long hard work along with my team been succeed. And the Pokhara city and waste service, as a public private partnership, we've been able to establish Nepal first central treatment facility for the healthcare waste. So which we've been able to establish in 2016 December, and that was the first one. And the time been started to recognize infectious waste, be careful about the healthcare waste, do not mix these to the municipal waste. Like the healthcare facility, when you start to segregate it properly. And would say today, like the Pokhara city itself uh, been able to completely prevent the leakage of healthcare waste from all the healthcare waste facility within the city. And we are managing approx like 5 tons of healthcare waste every day, which obviously divided to different sources, infectious and the general, and we mobilize to different truck to collect those waste, and we bring that waste back to our central treatment facility, and we treat as for the national standard and healthcare waste management guideline. So yeah, I mean, within the 6 7 years, the regular work that I work together with my people, been able to solve two issues. Like it's been able to aware governance, bureaucrats, local community leaders, policymakers about the small impact that public-private partnership is creating. And if we talk about the today, Pokhara metropolitan city itself, they are one of these one of the successful example of better municipal waste management system within the country. And as a government, they are not investing any amount of money for the regular collection and disposal of municipal solid waste, but they are getting a profit. They are getting a net profit out of these entrepreneur uh, different companies together working with. So this is one of the appreciable model. That's why the municipality driving this since long ago, and this is one of the foundation that the Pokhara city been created. And there are many city across the country within the developing world, like they are anticipating this kind of model. So I would say, and later on, like today, we have today along with my team, I'm working to scale up these central treatment facility model, a successful healthcare waste management model of Pokhara city back to the capital city. So, like, yeah, as an entrepreneur, I spend almost would say 1.5 decades, or more than dedicated 8 years on healthcare waste management. And but nobody like everyone been to our facility, everyone coming together with us, visiting us, learning about us, but nobody trying to intervene this back to their city. Nobody try to lead to solve the issues of healthcare waste within the capital city, let's say in Kathmandu. And as a waste entrepreneur, as a climate entrepreneur, what I personally realize is Kokani village, located to the Nuakot district, close to our capital city. That village um, every day solving the municipal waste management challenge of more than 20 government at Kathmandu Valley, would say Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur, like other 18, 20 local government who generate, I would say, more than thousands of tons every day, thousands of tons waste every day, and they are bringing all those waste back to the village. And the Kokani is one of the most waste climate vulnerable village from the aspect of waste management, and they are totally helping those other local government to settle their waste, but the local people of that community, Kokani community, been infected. There are several kind of environmental degradation happening within the city, within the village, and we've been able to note this point, and we want to solve these challenges by establishing a new waste enterprises back to the Kokani village. So how we envision about the Kokani village is the Kokani village being vulnerable by the waste management, and there is the only one option to seek the opportunity behind those vulnerability. So establishment of different waste enterprises related to the waste management would help to mitigate village about degradation. It promote entrepreneurship, employment, and different skill development training to the villagers. And yeah, like it reduce the effect of waste, and like it create a scope of waste entrepreneurship within the village. So more than that, waste management, just collecting a waste management or recognizing a model is so important. I would like to add something that I amazingly build up along with the global network. Like sometimes like you locally solve the problem and you create a good impact, but if you're not been able to share your idea back to rest of the community, back to new growing entrepreneur, and that that that's not going to scale up anymore. So the way is to let everyone know like how exactly you are working, how exactly you are solving the local problem for your community. And yeah, that would be definitely a big lesson learned for other ones. So like within these 14 15 years entrepreneurial journey, like I've been able to recognize our industry, waste management industry, our city, our country to the global platform as well. So I remember those days in 2014, like I'm the one like who explore throughout the network and identify POM. You know the POM, like probably all of you know, like Netherlands senior export. They are the they are a volunteer export company, and they are standing, getting their headquarters back to the Netherlands, and they are welcoming application across the globe, just to voluntarily consult small and medium enterprises from the developing countries to strengthen their business plan and help them technically fulfill them, and like build them for a better tomorrow. So like I'm the one, like probably I'll say like I'm the one like who been able to brought that palm exportism back to the Pokhara city. Might be a very very real one, like in the case of waste entrepreneurship, or like a different other sector, that might be a first mom visit um, at Pokhara city. And yeah, I mean, and I personally reach out on different global courses as well, platform as well, and the most cerebral things, like yeah, I've been able to won that State Department fellowship, a long 4 month fellowship, and that really help us to enhance our skill and um, um, network with the global network, and spend a 4 months back to the United States to learn about the follow-on project and get technical knowledge and resources, and get back to our community and solve those challenges. And like one of my life changing journey that I gone through is this 4 month fellowship that I spent back to the United States in 2015 at Orlando, along with the ideas for us. And which is most exciting, like that really give up confidence to me, even that really helped me to collect the resources that I have within my network, and give motivation and energy to initiate new West enterprises in case of Nepal. And like that's why I've been able to found a new companies in 2015, and been able to start the operation of waste service as a Nepal first innovative project in healthcare waste management in 2016. So not only this, like after implementing healthcare waste management, me along with my team, we've been able to recognize our innovation as a one of the top 10 innovation across the world in 2018, as a part of Global Science, Technology, and Innovation Forum. Like simply in case of our case, like in the circumstances of our community, like in 2018, we are the first waste management company handling more than 5 tons of healthcare waste every day, and the model being one of the turning milestone across the country to learn, and many other city also been able to learn it, and like they bring us back to their community, their city, and then they they copied our idea, or they say they anticipate our idea, our model that we are implementing for the healthcare waste management, and which been successfully running at their community as well. So in 2018, yeah, we selected as a top 10 innovation across the country, and I've been invited to United Nations headquarters to talk about my project for the 2 minutes, and which is super awesome. And yeah, like as an entrepreneur at the time, like the profit or the financial part of my company not so good at all, like that was in day by day loss, and like we are in kind of say not in a good financial position. But along with the another words, there is a big global recognition, a big networking, and many like-minded people coming with us. They are appreciating what we are working on. Everyone is highlighting the impact that we are created. And yeah, that's been another fuel to drive my entrepreneurship. But the financial was quite poor and not so healthy. So like those time, it make more sense. I mean, as an entrepreneur, those recognition, those platform, they really fueled me along with my team to go ahead and to bring those challenges back to here, and like work on continuously bringing most of the stakeholder together into our project. So yeah, not only those recognition, like more than that, I mean, let me add some additional point that I've been able to, like I've been able to participate on a global entrepreneurship summit in 2016, and the summit was one of the greatest event that I ever been participated. And the entrepreneurship summit have been hosted by former US President Barack Obama at California, Stanford University, and the global renowned entrepreneur were there, and that is one of the biggest get-togethers of entrepreneur across the world. And in the case of 2016, you know that the Zuckerberg have a big brand at the time, and he was there. Jack Ma was there. The Uber CEO was there. So like many growing entrepreneur along with US cabinet and few former president were there. And that entrepreneur summit is one of another milestone, I would say, another energy for us to go ahead, and which been a biggest recognition for us to explore ourselves within those established and like globally renowned entrepreneurs. So these are the some good example, like as a citizens of local developing countries, or as a villagers from some remote village of India or Nepal. Like we not only should work in waste entrepreneurship or like different waste management action, or say a different local climate initiative, but we should we should get that project, or say our action, back to the global network. And as a developing countries, our local government, our government, we really don't have enough fund to implement our idea back to our community. So those global network are the resources to bring them back to our community and fuel them along with our idea and our investment. So in 2015, I've been able to be a CSP fellow, and then 16, I've been able to participate on entrepreneurship summit, and 18, I've been able to have a speech at United Nations. And like those recognition even motivated us to work more cool way and expand the vision that we are getting in our context. And I would say another good news that I reach out, and like would be a good shareable story for everyone to share. Like the one of the latest get together that we have in Pune, India, as the banner of Tech Camp Pune, and which is one of the biggest platform that recently we reach out, and very like-minded people, very mature people, and one of the champions group along with the 40 groups. We get together at Pune to bring everyone's local context of waste management together, and formulate some common solution, local solution, as a small grant project, and network those like-minded people for a long trip project to work collaboratively and create a fellowship, and develop a long-term foundation for the like-minded people to share their initiative, to exchange what they are learning in their life, and build a long-term like-minded people network to help each other, to exchange each other idea, uh, and build up a network and fellowship. So probably the tech Camp is one of the another good platform that I gone through, which will make all of us to the alumni of education ACA Department of United States. So yeah, I mean, more shareable things, like, I mean, uh, just implement a project just to solve solutions and obtain a profit or drive your business is not only that the entrepreneurs should do. We have to get the global recognized network back to the small action that we are driving, and we have to get those recognition back to the project that we are doing, and have to play like a breeze making role to connect those people, those network, those resources to implement a project at our local community. That what the entrepreneurs should do. So like if I would say like how the struggle in waste entrepreneurships that should we face, and what would be the future of waste entrepreneurship. I will say something right here in like uh, the waste entrepreneurship. The term is quite it's quite complex to recognize this term of waste entrepreneur. Like in my career, like the last decade, that the many entrepreneur working in waste management sector spend their one period of time to recognize waste management as an entrepreneurship, like as a recognized entrepreneurial sector, and to like formulate a term waste entrepreneurship and bring this term back to the people and get a stakeholder and recognize it. Like, yeah, it took some time. So like in the initial days, people are working on waste management, and the waste management been the entrepreneurship, and the currently the waste entrepreneurship been quite recognized and been famous, and people feel proud and feel excited to recognize themselves as a waste entrepreneur. And the today the time been change. Like, yeah, this is the time for us to transform that waste entrepreneurship to climate entrepreneurship. So that's why which help us to uh, reach out the global resources that the climate vulnerable country like Nepal, India have to reach out, and there are a huge amount of global sources that for the vulnerable community like we are, and that's why we have to transform this waste entrepreneurship into climate entrepreneurship. So that would be a big resources for the local idea that the entrepreneur like us have in our community. That would be, I mean, how why should we transform? Like recently, the global, all the global people, we are together. We are in single hand as a globe. Through the climatic lens, and there are a big country, they are creating a pollutions, and they are creating a these kind of effect back to the climate, and the vulnerable community like us are facing big challenges, and that's why um, the UNFCCC or the many global platform, they formulated a fund, I'll say, or resources as a different format. Somewhere it will be a climate investment fund. Some would be, it will be, might be a loss and damages fund. Some would be like a some project grant, some say a carbon offsetting project. There is several hearings that coming up with the global network and the organizations to implement small to very big climate actions, different adaptation project, different mitigation project to the vulnerable community like Nepal and India. So this is then we are totally helpless in this point. So we cannot feel sad. We cannot be a more weak, like we are the more vulnerable, and we are going to infected by this climate crisis. No, like we have to prepare, and
Yeah.
like we have to prepare to fight against it, and we have to prepare, make our next generation
Ready.
for the climate tackle, I'll say, to tackle this the effect of climate change. And but why I would more focus on this climate entrepreneurship, like climate entrepreneurship, not for me, I would say, because not for the older generation that we are going to grow, but the younger generations, like the future of our community, would say, the young people, they have to know about this climate entrepreneurship, and we have to uh, build a climate entrepreneurship ecosystem for the those young peoples, and that would be a big helpful theme for them to work on. And yeah, that really help us to collect those resources back to our local community and create different impact, and bring the community more resilient, more climate resilient were. So I think this is the need, this is the commitment, I'll say. This is the mindset that the garbage man like us working in the waste management sector, or the waste entrepreneur like us working in the waste management sector, or the leaders or the activists, whoever working in the waste management is not only the only a local challenges of any community. It's a global challenges of like a developing community, especially the developing country, or the developing city that the India and Nepal have. Yeah, definitely it's gonna be a next challenge of our the city development, or say a mega city, or the metro city. But yeah, the entrepreneurship is one of the resolution, would say, one of the long trip solution to solve those challenges. So transformation of waste entrepreneurship into the climate entrepreneurship is the future of our community. So have to aware people to about the climate entrepreneurship, invite youngsters to everyone to think about, to get a new and innovative idea to solve the local challenges of climate change, and 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 build build the long trip welcoming ecosystem at our community, where the new mind, or say a new climate entrepreneur, could implement the local project at their community. So I think these are the need, these are the scope, that all the garbage man, all the waste management companies, or say all the people, also waste warrior, have to think about, and have to have to build that kind of local ecosystem, whether we can foster any small idea to very big project, to fight against climate change. So more than this, Anuja, is it smoothly good going on, or would you like to add some questions? So yeah, would be more helpful for everyone to go through that questions, or like this is cool going on. Then what about the time? Like how long we could go? It almost we are in within the hours, I guess.
We are, it's going good. You have already answered most of the questions. You that's why I said that energy and that inspiration is really very it's like recharging. So I'm so glad that you touched upon all the important points, Santosh, because waste management is just not about waste. It's about reduction of that waste resource. It's that waste resource can be a raw material for making something else. Again, it's like climate action. So we have to stop thinking in just one direction, and it has to be like a flow which uh, meets every industry.
Mm-hmm.
There is no industry that does not create any garbage, including home, including school, colleges, like hospitals. So there is no place, even temples, like places of worship. So there is no place that does not create garbage.
Yes.
The only problem is it needs to be managed. And since that management is a big problem because it's an issue, so the first step can be reduction of that garbage. That's what I think. But like you said about the healthcare is something which is a very basic necessity, or an urgent need of someone. And at that point of time, when someone has gone to a hospital, clinic, or any such place, that thought of reducing waste is not important. The most important is to save the patient, right? For that, as many resources can be used. So we've seen, like, only last week I was walking in a building, and there was a dentist, there was a child, the pediatrician clinic there, and I saw their garbage bin outside. In a carton they had dumped everything, and I saw, like, I have a habit of going through all the garbage bins, just checking what is inside, clicking a picture. So I saw that
Mhm.
there were cartons, there were tissues, there was also broken injection, the glass bottles. Okay, there was all sorts of, so to say, dry waste, but it was all sort of dry waste, which should not be mixed. We always say that glass should not be mixed with cartons because somebody can just accidentally touch it and cut their hand, and plus it is a medical related waste, so they can have some infection or something, right? And
Yeah.
everybody watches Instagram, YouTube, and all sorts of social media. There is so much awareness happening everywhere, how to do it, why to do it, which, all of that. But still that behavior does not change. So what do you think? I'm sure Nepal also faces the same problem, and not only developing countries, but this problem happens in US also. When I used to be there, I saw the bins filled with food, juice, everything. So that segregation, the sustainable behavior change, that is supposed to be very simple, but it's so complicated. Do you have any idea or some good strategy or plan that you have been able to successfully implement for this behavior change?
Yeah. Let me add a few things over here. And yeah, that would be a quite helpful for all of us to re-understand like how exactly the waste management system work. So the first thing, like as we every day, even Anuja, you really highlight this point, like the my waste, my responsibility. So you have to, if we think about the any kind of waste management document that we have across the world, like any government they have the document, or any organization they have any waste management document or policies they have, whatever they have, like, so every policies they mention only one thing common, and that is the waste management is common responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's not goes to like a waste management companies, is not goes to the local government, or would say like some other somebody working on waste management. It's a collaborative responsibility.
Yeah.
And would say it's all people, like our responsibility, my responsibility, your responsibility, his responsibility, her so like we human beings, like our responsibility.
Yeah.
That is what exactly it means to say. So that's why if you go to the policies, any kind of waste management policies, and the one thing is common, that is the people have to initiate the management of their waste.
Yeah.
That's why we started this waste reduction, waste segregation at source, and promote recycling back to the home. That is one of the point. That is one of the most important point that all of us have to realize. And sorry.
Years off.
And another important thing is like we are the one, like could you imagine, like when we start to segregate the waste at our place, and we'll get start to get money out of that, the compensation out of that, or would say like some energy that within that, like would say a finance, would say a money, a dollar, or like say 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 5 rupees. So we when we started that one, and yeah, there is a value we can create. So why we should we take our responsibility, why we have to segregate a waste at source, like yeah, after doing that by us, or would say by we human beings, and that action able to create the value of waste, right? So the first thing, that how why people not so like they are not so aware, or they are not so strict on their behavior. It's, that I mean, you are the more cool expert of behavior change than me, but yeah, I'll say we have to work on is the ecosystem. Like we should not work on just to for example, like let me bring you back to the waste management. If we are working on only a waste collection and disposal, and there is no value, people don't do that, like segregating waste, or like do not mix of waste, there is no value. Like yeah, in even case of the United States or the developing countries, like if you mix a waste, then your waste management bill will be increase.
Yeah.
You should pay a higher bill.
Yeah.
And if you are the like a more richest community people, and you are totally busy within the second, and you sacrifice those resources of waste management, and you pay a big bill,
Yeah.
right? And if we formulate a position, like if you did a well managed waste management system at your home, and it should be compensated, or it should be recognized, or it should be awarded.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, and that create a value as well. And there won't be a problem of waste leakage. So I mean, two economic term have to are more related on, like as your questions seriously, like why people do not segregate the waste, why people still throwing their waste to the wrong ways, why still there is a waste leakage is one of the biggest challenge of our community. The only one reasons, or there is a two things, that the value of waste should be defined. There should be a value of waste, and if we created a value of waste, and the people, they don't throw it, they do not mix it. That is, then another is like, we talk about this political principle, or would say like the big buyers, big generator have to pay a lot, and the small have to pay a small. So this is the another principle. And yes, the cost is also associated with the waste management, right? And as a policymakers, as an entrepreneur, as an government, what we have to formulate is like there should be a cost associated in the waste management if you are not doing good job, if you are
Yeah,
not fulfilling your responsibility at your home, within the source segregation, and the cost of your waste management should be high. You have to pay a lot of bill, and you have to pay landfilling cost, to transportation cost, to final disposal cost, to rehabilitation cost.
we don't have
So
it.
these if the local government or the project or the community, if we've been able to define these two things, there is a huge amount of cost associated with the mixed waste, or would say improper waste, would say a leaked waste. And there is a compensations or the award, or there is a big value when we reduce the waste of our home. So I mean, I think these are the two interesting points that we have to learn. And if we've been able to bring this issue back to the policies, and yeah, definitely that solves the waste management problem for a long trip, and that welcome different waste enterprises back to the community, and that really prevent the general problem that we are facing, like a leakage of waste, a mix of waste, and unidentified of these kind of infectious hazardous waste. And the another is like, yeah, there is a lack of solution as well, the people not being able to manage their waste, in case like the healthcare waste especially, I would say, like the healthcare service providers, uh, they have a commitment to manage their waste, and they have a money, they are ready to pay some money to manage their waste. But as a technical part, that if we review the technical part of the hospital administration, they totally not been able to drive their waste management. That's why they are outsourcing a different waste management company, different waste management expert, to run their waste management system. So I think, if the two, again, back to the conclusion as per your questions, if we've been able to create that the cost structures, that the charge of waste management, to the responsibilities, to the followers, and to introduce the value of waste at our policies, at our community. And yes, that is one of the practical approach that really solve the local challenges of waste management at our community.
I agree.
That
I agree.
but,
You know, we don't have that polluters, the big polluters pay big money. We still don't
Mhm.
have it because people don't want to penalize or get the big polluters
Uh-huh.
angry, you know. So
Yeah.
that is a very common thing. And at this point of time, I would like to ask anyone who's joined, and if you have any question for Santosh, please feel free to ask. अगर आपके पास कोई सवाल है तो आप पूछिए.
So
Hi.
thank you, Anuja. Very interesting. My name is Jatin Bali. I'm from Delhi, NCR. I've heard the gentleman Santosh. He's made a very wise and I would say mammoth statements. Uh, and you guys are addressing international catastrophe, I would say. Uh, See, he spoke about behavior. He spoke about a lot of other things. There should be a curriculum in the schools once the child is born. We are living in an unconsiderate, uncouth society where learned are the ones who spread the nuisance, right? Those who fancy great suits, speak polished English, drive swanky cars. They are the one who spread,
Yeah.
कचरा जैसे बोलते हैं, जो गंदगी फैलाते हैं. रेस्ट ऑफ अस आर, जो बेचारे गरीब लोग हैं, यू नो एंड दे आर द वन हु हैव टू bear the burden. I'm a, to your surprise, I'll just take a minute of yours. I'm a long run. I run long kilometers. I'm a marathon runner, right? So at times I start my day around 4:30 in the morning and run for 10 kilometers usual around every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 4 days if there is a work commitment. And you'll be surprised that I live nearby a place which is Aravali, right?
Yeah.
We have Manav Rachna University in Faridabad. So that place is whole desert, is a jungle.
Yeah.
And to your dismay, you will be shocked. Even in the 5 o'clock in the morning, people are disposing their
Yes.
shit, I would say.
Yeah.
So it is an uphill task, I would say. It is an uphill task, and very sorry to say, uh, government alone, the authorities alone are not going to do anything. It is a behavior. It only jots down to behavior only.
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं हो सकता. You go to, I have traveled more than 200 cities in India, right? Or elsewhere in the world. पर यहाँ नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में ये बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. आप कहीं भी चले जाइए, आपका स्वागत गंदगी से ही होगा.
True.
बड़ी मुश्किल है.
बिल्कुल.
I've been to Pune, I've been to Bombay. मेरे को अभी 2 दिन बाद फिर मेरे को भाई आपका नागपुर जाना है. इट्स एवरीवेयर लिविंग. ऑफ कोर्स एक दो जगह है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट आप जाएंगे,
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous. Sikkim, go to Sikkim, you will find, okay, यार कहाँ आ गए? They are also our brothers and sisters. They are part of the nation. But anyway, that would be
Actually,
nice.
like you
That
said,
would-
the learned one and educated one, but I don't call them learned or educated. I call them degree holders.
वो
They are
वो
just,
एक ही भाई
yeah.
डिग्री, हमारे यहाँ डिग्री होल्डर भी पैसे में मिल जाते हैं. But that's my submission today. I would like to learn more, and interestingly, I would like to thank you, Anuja,
Most
and
welcome. Thank you for joining.
right, and this is the first time interaction. हम शायद आज ही connect हुए हैं और आज ही we are
Yeah.
interacting, and good to hear wise men and women speaking, and we, of course we are addressing a very big challenge, and if it is not taught properly, we'll be buried beneath it.
Yeah.
In times to come. It's a very big challenge. The whole world is addressing it. And I am heading a company which is into eco-friendly stationery. Stationery, paper add to lot of big time challenge. We are into something wherein we do not harm the tree, which is the oxygen for the whole world. So I'll add in my pieces next time with the
you also.
with the numbers and all. So
Yeah.
it will make more sense to you guys कि बोल क्या रहा है, बीच में आगे आया पहली बार.
नहीं,
So anyway, thank you so much,
Great.
and I
Yes.
would like to leave now. And next time whenever you are
Great to see you, Del.
please मेरे को kindly pull me in. And Santosh, you are doing a fabulous job. I know someone else from Nepal. Aman is his name. I'll share this. He's into waste management. He runs a plant.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
I'll share his detail. Anuja ji आपके साथ, and then I will connect again.
Okay, let's see.
You guys, you're addressing a very big challenge. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
nice
you.
to hear from Delji.
All right.
So great.
Bye bye. Thank
So
you.
we've started this college youth for climate action on Earth Day because we found out after speaking to so many like school के बच्चे तो of course उनको ज़्यादा नहीं पता, but I was so shocked to learn that college के students को कुछ नहीं पता about climate action, climate change, sustainable development goals. So we said, okay, we are starting this to train them, to teach them, because academics के अलावा this is so important. This is a life skill. Tomorrow, nobody cares कि आपने where did you finish your college from? Nobody asks you what grade did you get. But if you know to save yourself and one more person, that itself is a good thing in life, right? So this is what we are doing for them, and that's why I said, Santosh, please, college students from Nepal are most welcome to join. I have already shared the link with you, and let everyone from South Asia and of course the global community of college students, exchange ideas, talk to each other, and learn together. We meet every Saturday, and you're most welcome to get students
Sure, sure.
coming Saturday.
Just the last piece here. I
Yes.
work with the universities.
Oh,
I
nice.
work with the big time universities, the big stalwarts of the Indian education contrast, I would say. And see, Gen Z is in darkness. Let me be very honest. Nobody is bothered. It is a child behavior, how you raise a child.
Yeah.
Only humans on the earth is spoiling the earth. जानवर गंदगी नहीं फैलाते,
True.
इंसान ही जो सबसे ज्यादा समझदार है वही गंदगी फैला रहा है, and they need to listen to it, they need to hear the voice. However, I shall help you guys out with the guest lectures at a prominent universities like Bennett, right,
Definitely.
and Chitkara, Chandigarh University. So there's a lot that you guys can do. However, I'll pick this up in the next time when I align with you. Moreover, Anuja ji, we can offline, we can connect some other time, and then
Definitely.
thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye
for
bye.
joining. Bye. Take care. Hi, Monica. You want to share something? You're on mute. You're on mute. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Great, Santoshi. Nice to hear you and nice to know about Pokhara, how you're dealing things over there. But India is little difficult in these also. But in Nepal, I think there's a nice this thing you'll have. That is, if you're crossing the lanes or if you're not following the traffic rules, then you're asked to sit for a counseling, and penalties, of course, there. So I
Wow.
think this type of thing should also come in India. If you're not doing your kura saaf, and if you're not segregating, you'll be penalized and you'll be taken to a counseling cell for 8 to 9 hours. I think then only the people of India will understand this.
We should start.
So, so this is something, we should think about it
Yeah,
wherever,
of
whoever
course.
can.
We need to get all the ideas from all the possible places and just implement as much as we can. कुछ तो click करेगा.
तो कहीं तो click होगा,
Something
कुछ
will
तो
click,
होगा.
right? We are all in a desperate situation. We don't have the time to wait and watch. Okay, we'll see. Let's figure out. That time is gone. Now we are all in really crisis and
Yeah,
disaster situation.
absolutely. And people, global warming people know that अरे खाली तो गर्मी ही होगी और गर्मी होगी. But the climate पूरा ही change हो जाएगा. That we can see it now in Delhi, sitting in Delhi.
Yeah.
अभी हमारा यहाँ का weather means this is today's May, and weather is pleasant over here. We cannot even think कि मतलब मई में ऐसा weather होगा.
Yeah.
So it is changing. So people should understand that ki, this is not a false thing and all. We all have to interact and we all have to get the good knowledges from other places. कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, and we should implement that.
Yeah.
और being capital, यहाँ पे इतना गंदगी है. I don't know. Means people, authorities, they have to see it कि भाई यहाँ पे कूड़ा क्यों फेंका जा रहा है. आपके घर के बाजू में you're residing in a society, after your मतलब गेट से जैसे बाहर जा रहे हो, there is dump littered all over. और वहाँ पे all the cow and buffaloes and strays, all sorts of strays are there. You cannot even walk over there.
Yeah.
और उसके साथ स्मेल तो है ही है. So I think it has to, we need to do something behavioral change के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा काम है. I'd like that काठमांडू वाला, नेपाल वाला, that thing, counseling वाला, 8-9 घंटा आप बैठा के रखो and then they will understand. तभी वो click होगा और penalty साथ में दे दो. So let's see क्या होता है.
Let's try in a small, let's do a small pilot somewhere.
Yeah, this is very much required.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let me add something right here. Like what Monica ji raising is like, yeah, that is the exactly what traffic like globally we are controlling that traffic avoids and all those because of these penalty or the tariff systems, right? And
Yes.
this is one of the successful example, like how we can change human behavior, and the ultimate gone through like a penalty them, like the bring them more money, like tell them, oh, like you have paid this big much. So I mean, that is one of the successful example, like after getting the provision of all these fine and all those medication, would say like some one day, like a workout training whatever, like yeah, it really reduces those road accident and all those. So it have a real drink and drive and all those, so like it
Yes.
really have an impact, and it's been able to change those behaviors in like somehow the transportation mechanism, would say a traffic system been quite good across the world, right? So yeah, so same thing we can copy, or like same thing we have to understand from the principle that they are, how they are getting people right to the track, right? So
That's the people in Nepal, they will not drive if they are drunk. They
yes,
will never do. They'll have a
yeah,
hire a driver and then they'll come back from a restaurant or anywhere from else if they
yes,
are drinking. So this
yeah,
is
it's,
something
it's totally one of the, yeah, I would say, yeah, as you mentioned, like this is one of the right intervention that the Nepali traffic system had made, and that they have an impact on like drink and drive and all those.
Very nice. Very nice. We need that. Next time, I would like to invite the traffic police commissioner or
Yes, yes.
and
For
have
this.
a and invite our traffic police commissioner, because in Pune, I can just say in Pune, they have we have so many drunk drive accidents,
Mm.
and youngsters get killed. So even in Delhi, like two,
Yeah,
three of my friends, they lost their sons in the last 3, 4 months just because
yes.
of this driving hit and drive case. So it's very bad.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So we need to do something.
And they drive
Yeah.
very roughly, very bad. And there's no this thing called lane driving here in Delhi. People just cross from this side to that side and without giving any signals, and then you are into it.
That's
Land cross is quite interesting at Kathmandu. People like even youngster, they never go to land cross.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
need that. We need to be that
Nice thing
strict.
you noted from Nepal. I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
We need to be that strict for this garbage management also.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
Ask them to sit for 8 to 9 hours, do their say sorry, sorry, or whatever. They'll understand this. That okay, this is the only way. I was just thinking that it should be implemented.
You know,
And I don't have a
in the schools, the teachers used to give punishment, and the child used to write, "I will not do this again. I will not do this again." So I know it will be a lot of waste of paper, but then they should write 1,000 times or 10,000 times, and I think by the time they will like decide that okay, it's not worth it. Let me just not mix
do
waste.
it. Yes. Hope,
That's
hope
that.
this thing someday it happens.
We'll definitely try. Thank you, Monica, for that.
Like,
Does anyone else want
anytime.
to share or ask any question? Before we close, we are already reaching the end of our session. Santosh, it has been really great. Lots, lots to learn from you. I think I'm definitely going to invite you for CYCA Saturday meetings where you can inspire the youngsters, the college students, and let's teach them because they don't know anything.
Yeah,
And
let's exchange them. They are the big teacher than us, but let
yeah, they
exchange
don't
them.
know.
Like,
Yeah, they don't know the right
oh,
things. They know about other things.
Yeah, they're only limited to eco-club projects in the school or colleges. Nothing beyond that.
So we are
yeah, definitely.
so internships
Please,
and
please.
other things that we are introducing, take part in competitions, to take part in various youth earth programs, sustainable cohorts and programs which are free so that they don't have to pay money, and that way they get trained for writing better, for networking, communication, understanding the problem, all of that. So we would definitely like you to be one of our mentors for that. And also,
Yeah,
please.
sure, definitely. I love to help people and like let everyone know, like bring everyone back to this entrepreneurship and like, yeah. But I always feel free at all to like
And also
bring
get
me.
college students from Nepal to join
Yeah,
CRCA
sure.
so
Yeah,
that they can
yeah,
interact.
would be
Definitely.
yeah, would be awesome. Like we'll definitely plan those season as well. Like the school student, college student from Nepal, the college student from Pune, and they have to like talk on like on same topic, and brainstorm, exchange their ideas. Even like each other know about what they are working on, how academically they are stressing on these issues. Yeah, would be a nice. Yeah, and I always love to do that. And okay, do connect me with them. Like do utilize me. Like I'm always right there to together with you. No worries on that.
We'll definitely do that. Aparna, Harendra, Gurmeet, do you have any questions or should we say byes and close our session today?
Actually, I joined very late, so I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Harendra, Gurmeet, do you have any
I
questions?
will follow your recorded version in YouTube.
Yes. I'll share the recording and then you can watch the
Okay.
full episode.
Thank you.
Most welcome. हरेंद्र आपको कुछ पूछना है या शेयर करना है? Gurmeet, what about you? Okay, no problem. They will type in the chat or they will ask in the group and share their questions, and I shall convey it to you. Thank you so much, Santosh. Thank you everyone for joining, and I shall share this recording with everyone, and we'll see you next week with a new guest. And Santosh, we'll do the Saturday meeting with the students.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and so great to speak tonight on this West Warrior with such a great like-minded people. And yeah, it's been wonderful. And thank you so much, Anuja, for this opportunity.
Most welcome. You're most welcome. It's our privilege to have you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Good
Night.
night. Good night.